Let's see now. Yes, according to my records, Bob was fired on May 1st for having an accident with the company truck. Now, that wreck caused $2,000 worth of damage to my company truck. Now, I'm self-insured, but you see, Bob here had already had 2 other accidents with that truck. In fact, both of them happened the month before I fired him. Let's see. Right, here. It was on April 15th and April 20th. He was cited for speeding both times. Now, I just can't afford to have that. I also brought me an eyewitness. Now, he was listed on the police report for that last accident, and he saw Bob run that red light.
Okay. Do you have any questions to ask the employer of the testimony you've just heard?
You bet I do. I know the first 2 accidents were my fault. I'm not going to deny it. And I also know that I was on some kind of probation where if anything else happened and it was my fault, I was going to get canned.
Okay, Mr. Carrasco, I'll let you tell me anything else you may want to add after you finish questioning Mr. Enfield. Right now, you need to ask a question, get the answer, and then ask another question rather than responding. Do you understand?
Oh. Okay. Let's see. How am I going to work this? Well, I told you. Didn't I tell you that last one wasn't my fault?
Well, yeah, that's what you told me, but who wouldn't?
Well, I was talking to Benny the other day, and he said that...
Mr. Carrasco, again, you're making statements about your case rather than asking questions of Mr. Enfield. You need to limit yourself to questions. Now, are there any other questions?
Yeah, Benny's another driver. Works at the same place, still does. I saw him a couple of days after I got fired, and he says that...
Whatever happened with Benny isn't relevant to the reason you were discharged, since it occurred after you were discharged. I'm not going to allow you to go forward with that question, which, again, was more of a statement than a true question. Now, do you have any more questions?
Wait a minute. I don't understand how you can cut me off without even hearing my side. What Benny told me is really important to my case. I mean, this ain't right.
Oh? Well, then, go ahead and make me an offer of proof.
What? I ain't no lawyer, you know.
Just tell me why the conversation with Benny is important to your case, okay?
Oh. Okay. Well, see, I saw Benny a couple of days after I was fired. He's a driver, like I said earlier, and he still works there. Well, anyway, he told me he saw an invoice in the dispatch office for repair of brakes on that truck that I was driving.
I object to this. This is just hearsay and unreliable second-hand testimony.
I'm going to allow the question. It's relevant to establish credibility, and hearsay is allowed in an unemployment insurance hearing. Now, go ahead with your question.
Benny told me he saw an invoice for brake repair on that truck I was driving. Is that true?
Well, I think we had some brake work done on that truck recently.
Well, let me make myself clear. Did you find out that the brakes weren't working on the truck I was driving on the day of the accident?
Yes.